Ah, there it is. Got it.
All right. How's everybody doing today on this fine Valentine's?
Doing good.
Good. All right.
Good.
I know we're doing a couple others, but I just kind of wanted to jump into a little bit of like the logistics of why this is one of the formative and most important scripts. First of all, I think for your business, and second of all, especially in a shifting market, right? So I don't know how many of you guys, I think a couple of you were definitely at the Bellevue event. I taught on this one. I'm going to teach on a twist of it. But one of the things that we touched on is obviously our database is our gold. And in a shifting market, we are even more dependent on our database than we normally are for our source as a business. Do you guys all know your numbers in the sense, like, do you know how many people are in your database that you consider to be A or A plus?
I'm still getting my database put together, so I'm working on that.
Hey, that's no problem. Do you know how many people you like sort of generally know, Carl, that you think kind of know, love, and trust you and would transact with you?
Yeah, I've got about 15 buyers I'm like sending properties to and calling, talking to.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a good way, when a lot of us, when we talk to each other or when we're in classes, agents think, oh, I don't actually know that many people. But what's interesting is if you go to Facebook or you go to Instagram or even you go to your phone, if you're not a social media person, you look at your number of contacts, you suddenly realize, oh, I actually know a lot more people than like my brain is willing to come up with on demand. So if anybody needs I've got like a database stimulator. It's 150 questions to build out your database. If anybody needs access to that document, just DM me afterwards or hit me in the chat and I'll make sure that I make that available. But does anybody know what the rule of thumb is for how many deals you can expect to come out of your database? So if, for example, you knew your number was, well, I'm going to use Rachel because Rachel has this incredible database. Rachel has 2,000 people in her database. Do you guys know how many deals she could expect to get out of that database if she was contacting them correctly?
Well, 50?
That's close.
Okay.
Really close. It's actually 8 to 10%. So if you look at your database as an investment in your business and you intend to grow it on a weekly basis, you know that, and the reason we come up with this number is we know that 8 to 10% of the US population is moving at any given time. So that means if you look at your database of say 500 people, 10%, 8 to 10% of them are moving at any given time. Okay, so if Rachel has a database of 2,000 people, 10% of them are potentially moving. That's up to 200 transactions she has in her database if she is able to position herself as the agent of choice in front of those 2,000 people. That's pretty powerful information, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so that's why database is important. However, you could see that if Rachel, as an example, with her 2,000 people in her database was following the prevailing wisdom and she was trying to touch those people on a bi-monthly basis, especially with a mailed out piece of mail, the mailed out piece of mail would probably cost $1.50 to $2 per piece mailed. So that's $2,000 to $4,000 per piece. If she's marketing to people that are not going to transact with her, she might as well be setting fire to that money. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the use of this database script is twofold. The first thing is if you're new to the business, like it sounds like maybe you are, Carl, you can use this script to try to kind of let people know in a non-showy way, hey, I just got into real estate and I'm here to serve you. If you're already in real estate, you can put a little twist on it and you can make it an excuse to call people, bring value, and then clarify information. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And the third reason that we want to use this script is in the current market. If you're Rachel, or if like any of us, you're looking at a shifting market, you don't want to be wasting time, energy, or money marketing to people who are not going to transact with you. So this is a Brian Buffini principle, but what he says is if you think you have 2,000 people in your database, you should test it by calling them and asking him these questions, which is, you know, Donna, by the way, if you were to buy or sell a home, do you have a trusted agent in mind that you would turn to? And if you say, yes, my sister is a real estate agent, I'm still going to market to Donna, because what's the failure rate of real estate? Do we know? 85% of the agents fail. So even if your sister is a real estate agent today, Donna, she might not be in 3 months. So I'm going to continue to market to you, but I'm definitely not going to start sending you like mailers, right? Things that cost me. I might invite you to my events. I might have you on my drip campaign. I might do all of the marketing that is free to me, but those value laden things that we're going to send to our A++ database, I'm trying to identify who they are. Okay. So the way that we're going to do this, Amanda, are you available to be on camera? No, she might have stepped away. David, are you available to be on camera and role play with us? Putting people on the spot. Oh, and then I've got Rachel as well. Okay, didn't see her. All right, well, if you guys can be on camera, it's really helpful. But I'm gonna ask who would be willing to role play this script with me the first time.
I will.
You will, Donna? Okay.
Yeah.
So you can be whoever you want to be. Make sure you keep me on my toes, and I'll pivot as best I can. And
real quick, can you give me access? Because it looks like I need access to get the script.
So you weren't able to get it from the link in the chat?
No.
Okay, let me see here. It might be. Oh, it does say restricted. Pardon me. Anyone with the link, copy link. Let's try this again. So you weren't able to get it either, Donna?
I have it.
Okay. From something else, maybe?
Well, no, when you resent it in the chat, I got it.
Maybe. Okay. Try that one, Carl.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not going to move on.
I got it now.
Awesome. All right. Okay. And then David, you might be having the same problem, but in any case, that's there now. All right. So get this out of the way. So bring.
Hello.
Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Hey, Donna, it's Randy calling. I know we haven't spoken in a while. Hey, is everything good with you and your family?
Yeah, everything's great. Thanks for asking.
Hey,
How about you?
We're doing great. It just seems like this year is going by in such a blur. I can't believe it's already February 14th. It's crazy.
I know. Isn't that crazy? It is.
It sure is. Well, hey, I just wanted to give you a quick call. I know we've known each other for quite a while. Every year there's kind of this tipping point where the market starts heating up. And I wanted to let you know, as a trusted person in my database, that time seems to be now. And I'm getting these reports of agents in the market getting multiple offers. So I just wanted to check in, Donna, and see if you or anybody you knew was looking to take advantage of this hot market.
Geez, a hot market. That's kind of nice to know.
It is.
Yeah,
isn't it?
no, I can't think of anybody.
Hey, that's A-okay. I know we've had kind of 6 months of not very good news, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So when I got this information, I thought I just want to bring it out to my most important contacts, make sure that you're on the front lines of the information out there, and see if I could be of service. While I'm here, I know I've been emailing you at Donna Huber at exprealty.com. Is that still the best email for you?
Yep, that works. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. And then I've got this really cool tool that will help you keep an eye on your own property's value and also what's going on in your neighborhood. Is that something that you'd be interested in participating in, Donna?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get you set up for that as well. And then of course, if you've got any information or if you've got any questions, about that information as it comes across, let me know. And while I've got you on the phone, I just wanted to check and see if you or anybody in your database was looking for a referral to a great agent. Do you have somebody in mind that you would be making that referral to, or would I have that opportunity?
Well, yeah, no, we would typically go with, the agent that sold us our house. I mean, they're kind of friends of ours. So yeah.
Stuff. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that you had a trusted agent in mind, but I'm really glad that you do, because would you agree that your real estate confidants are one of the best partners that you can make in your financial future?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I don't know if your agent has access to this tool, but I'm going to get you registered for it anyway. And that way, again, if you've got questions, you can ask me, you can ask them. But Donna, would you do me a favor?
Sure.
If anything changes in your relationship with that agent, could I be your next point of reference?
Yeah, I guess so. Why not?
Gosh, I really appreciate that. Okay, well, as you know, my business is built on referrals from great friends and clients like you. So if there's anything I can do for you in the future, I'd really look forward to that opportunity.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks
All
for
right.
calling.
Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, definitely. So smooth.
How do you feel on the other end of that?
You're just really good at the transitioning, and you're just so smooth. So yeah, I wish I could record this, and then, well, I guess you are recording it, but yeah, I thought it was natural. It wasn't forced. It didn't sound fake. It sounded sincere. I liked it.
Okay. How would you feel about making those calls to your own database?
And see, that's the thing. You sound so natural doing that, and that's where I think I don't feel comfortable doing that. I just don't. I feel like, if I call somebody I know, and I'm calling them on that pretense, it's one of the harder things. I'd rather call a stranger than I would rather call somebody that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I think a lot of people I do know have an agent. I mean, they have an agent that they probably would go to. I know that for a fact.
How do you
see them
feel?
on their social media, and I know.
How do you feel about me, though, as an agent and my professionalism following that conversation? Do you think
I thought you were
up or down in your estimation?
I'm sorry.
Like, so they say that everybody knows about 7 to 8 real estate agents. Do you think that would have elevated me in your mind, or would I still be among the pack of agents that you know?
No, I think the way you handled it would have elevated you.
Okay.
Definitely.
Cool. Because that's kind of our goal, right? Is to come in and be like not aggressive, but be right front and center. And so I don't know, I think almost all of you guys were on Breakfast Club this morning. I don't know if you were, Carl, but I could not have asked for a better segue than what Chad started with us on personality types. And that's why I think the value of this group is so important, because I'm one personality type. And like, if you watch that role play on, or if you listen to that role play this morning, is interesting because I thought Gagan did a really good job with Jamal, because I'm a driver.
Yeah.
Nothing offends me about that situation. But equally, if you're an amiable, then you do just want those messages delivered a little bit softly. And so one of the things that I really want us to embrace is like, so Donna and I could practice this script 15 times, and she might become comfortable delivering it to me. But the way that she's going to deliver it to Amanda Weller, who's a different person in her database with a different personality, is going to shift and change. So I just wanted to kind of teach you guys the mentality behind that, and then give us some courage to practice on each other so that we might find the courage to practice with our database. So the rules for prospecting are, the first thing you want to do is mirror and match. So if you're taking notes, you might want to write that down. But I want to be just one level higher energy than what Donna is. If I showed up with Donna on that call with the level of energy that Chad has on his Breakfast Club calls, I'm going to blow her out of the water, right? She's not going to want to talk to me. Equally, if I showed up with the level of energy that I showed up with for Donna, because she's like firm and direct in her communication, to Jamal would be a little bit like, oh, I feel like Randy's trying to get something from me. So we have to mirror and match the energy and the style and the speed of the person that we're talking to. And that's probably the one that I struggle with the most, because I want everybody to move at my speed all the time. And of course, most people don't. I need to consciously consider, especially older people, I need to consciously consider my rate of speech so that I'm not putting them on edge. Do you know why our rate of speech is so important?
Well, if you're talking to a driver and you're talking really slow, you're going to make them kind of impatient. They get to the point.
That's an excellent lesson in versatility. Yep. So you want to be in line with how quickly they're speaking. If you're talking to somebody who's speaking much slower than you are, and you're Speedy Gonzalez, do you know how they feel?
Stupid.
It's actually close. They actually feel like they're being sold to.
Oh,
right. So if I come in and I'm like, zing, 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 and they've got a very slow and calm style, they're not going to like me. Now, if they've got a slow style like this, and I'm able to bring them this a little bit higher energy at a little bit higher speed, which this is obviously slower than my natural speed, it's going to build that trust and rapport. So the exercise for us in our role play and practice is to actually get up against a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different genders, a bunch of different styles, and practice mirroring and matching that person and their style. So, but the first thing that we need to do is become really familiar and comfortable with the script, the way that it's written. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, either muted or unmuted, or in your mind, if you're Rachel in a different environment, is actually just read it along with me. Because if we read it along, and especially those of you who are willing to do it out loud, you're going to hear the delivery, and you're also going to hear that it sounds just as authentic once Donna becomes comfortable with it as it does when I'm comfortable with it. And it's going to sound just as authentic when Carl says it, when Carl is comfortable with it. But before that, it's not going to sound authentic. Okay. So the only thing that we can do is practice. So we're all going to call Rachel just as an example, and we're just going to say line 1 together. So I'm going to start us off and we're going to go together. So bring. We're just going to say hi. And we're all going to say hi.
Hi, Rachel.
This is Randy. Yep. Rachel. Yep. This is
Okay.
Randy calling.
Hi.
Good job, Carl.
All right. You want me to go? All right. Hi, Rachel. This is Carl calling. I know we haven't spoken in a while. Is everything good with you and your family? Oh, that's great. Good to hear.
That sounded really authentic for you. Donna, do you want to go?
Sure. Hi, Rachel. It's Donna. I know we haven't spoken in a while, and I wanted to know, is everything okay with the family?
Oh, yeah. Everything's great. Thanks for calling.
That's great.
Okay, perfect. Amanda, are you on speaker or not on speaker? No. And have we got David?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, David, did you want to try?
Sure. Hi, Rachel. This is David calling. I know you haven't spoken in a while. Is everything good with your family? That's great.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to role play for Rachel because I know she can't call. So we're all going to do the next line together. So I'm going to say, well, Rachel, I just wanted to give you a call to let you know that the market is really heating up. And I was wondering if there was anything I could do for you or anybody else that wants to participate in this market. You guys can say whatever you want. You can say, I'm updating my most important contacts like the script says. You can ad lib this however you want. But I'm going to ask you to jump in on number 2, Carl.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to give you a quick call and tell you that the market is really heating up right now. There's a lot of good deals out there, and I'm trying to update my most important contacts. So I wanted to confirm the best email for you.
Awesome. It's Rachel Cope at exprealty.com.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Donna, did you want to try number 2?
Sure. Okay, so, well, Rachel, I just wanted to give you a quick call because I wanted to let you know that the market is changing a bit and it's really heating up. And I wanted to try to update my most important contacts to confirm that I've got the best contact information for you.
Awesome. Yep,
Okay.
I'm still Rachel Cope at exprealty.com.
Okay,
Perfect.
great.
All right, David, did you want to try number 2?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to give you a quick call to tell you that I just got into a real estate. Which one am I saying?
You can do number 2. I just got into real estate and I'm trying to update my most important contacts.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to give you a quick call and then update it. I don't have that.
Have you been in real estate for a while, David?
I have.
You have?
Just
Okay.
a year.
Okay, so you're going to say, I just wanted to give you a call to tell you that the market is really heating up, and I wanted to see if I could help you or anyone in your network with your real estate goals this year.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I just wanted to give you a quick call and then I'll tell you that the real estate market is heating up, and then I wanted to see if I could give you any information.
Perfect.
Also, best emails.
That's great too. So again, you guys are going to decide based on your personality style what you're most comfortable with. So David is going to take a more subdued approach where he's like, hey, I'm actually just updating my most important contacts. Now, when you say to Rachel, I'm updating my most important contacts, what does Rachel hear?
Important.
It's important.
Yeah. she feels good, right? Like she feels, oh, I'm one of David's most important contacts. That's important, right? The way that we make them feel, because if we make them feel good, we're more likely to get information from them. So, so good job, everybody. So, the next thing we're going to do, because our goal is to confirm their information, ask if we can help them, and then get permission to stay in touch with them. So the third line is, thank you so much. I also wanted you to know about this cool new tool that I have that will keep you up to date with what's happening in the market and your neighborhood. I wondered if you would be interested in checking it out. Okay. So Carl, I'm going to ask you to do that next line.
Okay. Thank you so much. I also wanted you to know about this cool new tool I have that will keep you up to date with what's happening in the market and your neighborhood. And I wondered if you'd be interested in checking it out.
Yeah, that sounds cool, Carl. Thank you very much.
All
Now,
right.
what if I said, no, thanks. I want you to practice. No, actually, Carl, I get way too much email. Can you go to no thanks and read that?
Okay. Yeah. Hey, no problem at all. I get too much email too, so I won't bother you with stuff you aren't interested in.
Okay.
But I have to ask, is that because you already have a home you love and have plans to move, or are you still renting?
Perfect. So is that because you're already in a home you love and have no plans to move, or are you still renting? But great transition. You went all the way through. I love it.
Thanks.
Okay, so Donna, tell me about your cool new tool.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I also wanted to let you know about this cool new tool that I have to keep you up to date with what's happening in the market and your neighborhood. And I wondered if you'd be interested in checking it out.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Okay, great. What address should I enter for you?
123 Main Street.
Great. And you have any others?
I actually do. I have a rental condo over in Edmond, so let's keep track of that as well.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. So I'll get you all set up.
Ask me again. Any others?
Oh, any others?
Yeah, actually, my mother-in-law is her health is starting to fail, and we're kind of wondering what to do about that house. So it would be good for my family if we kept an eye on that.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that, but I definitely will insert that address as well.
Thanks,
Great.
Dawn. That's really helpful. So, David, did you want to try it from? Thank you so much. Tell me about the cool new tool.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you so much. I just wanted to let you know that I have this new cool tool. And well, sorry about that.
That's okay.
But thank you so much. I just wanted to let you know that about this new cool tool that I have, and it tells you what's happening on the market in your neighborhood. And I was wondering, would you be interested in checking it out?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you. I love keeping track of my home's value.
What address should I enter?
123 Street.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll set that up and go for it.
Thank you so much. Okay, so you did a really good transaction with a really good transition with when I said no, I actually get enough email. Do you guys all want to practice what happens when I say no, or should we just move on to let's all do it. So I'm gonna get you to lead, Carl, because you took a great lead.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no, thanks. I don't want any more email. So you're gonna say, hey, no problem.
Okay. Hey, Randy, no problem at all. I get too much email too, so I won't bother you with stuff you're not interested in. But I have to ask, is that because you're already in a home that you love and have no plans to move, or are you still renting?
No, I'm actually renting.
Oh, you're renting. Okay. No problem. How long have you been in your current rental for?
Gosh, about 2 years.
Nice. Can I ask how much you pay in rent?
Yeah, it's about $3,000 a month.
Whew, that's a lot of money to pay your landlord every single month, isn't it?
It really is. I'm glad you pointed that out, Carl.
Oh man. So Randy, are you at all curious about what kind of home you could buy for that same price
Gosh, I
that you
never
pay your landlord?
thought about that. I guess it would be.
Okay, great. Let's schedule some time to talk more about your specific situation. Can we grab coffee sometime, or would a Zoom call be easier for you?
No, I think Zoom would be great.
Okay, great. What time? I have time tomorrow at 4 or 5. What day works for you? What time?
That would be great.
4? Okay, awesome. I look forward to talking to you then.
Awesome. Ding ding, Carl got an appointment. Well done, Carl.
Awesome. Thank
We
you.
used to do that in the Century 21 office when we're all dialing. There's a bell on our desk. I'm like, ding.
You ring the bell. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, Donna, you want to try me?
Sure.
Okay. So
Where are we at? On the no thanks?
yeah, I actually I don't think I want any more email.
Okay, hey, no problem at all. I get too much email too, so I get it. And I don't want to bother you with stuff that you're not interested in. But I have to ask, is that because you already are in a home that you love and have no plans to move, or are you still renting?
We're actually still renting.
Oh, you are? Okay, no problem. How long have you been in your current rental?
About a year.
Nice. And can I ask how much you pay in rent?
$2,000 a month.
Wow, that's a lot of money to pay your landlord every month.
Yeah, and it feels like it when I write the check.
Oh, geez, no kidding. So are you at all curious what kind of home you could buy for that same payment?
Ooh, I guess I would be interested, but I'll be honest with you, Donna, my credit is not great. Like, it's not great.
Okay. And that's no problem. Why don't we just schedule some time to talk, and we can get more specifics about your situation. Can we grab some coffee, or would a Zoom call be better?
Oh my gosh, I would love to grab coffee. It's like been hard for me to talk about it since my divorce, but I really need to get my credit figured out. Would you know how to do that?
Actually, I've got contacts with some great lenders. Definitely. We can put you in touch with them. They'll put you on a whole nice plan of how to get that fixed.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna get together. Okay, Donna, coffee's on me.
Oh, sounds perfect. All right.
All
Let's do it.
David,
Okay.
try this on.
What's that?
I'm flipping to David now. David, are you ready?
Okay.
Oh, did we lose David?
There? Do we lose him?
David.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry about that.
Oh, no, that's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna say, I'm glad you're back. I'm gonna say, I actually, you know what, David, I'm actually good for emails.
So we are on 3.
Yeah, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs down where it says no thanks. Then you would say, hey, no problem at all. I get too much email too.
Hey, no problem at all. I get emails too. Okay, but I have to ask, is that right? But I have to ask, is that because you are already in a home you love, or have you plans to move on, or are you still renting?
I'm actually still renting.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
No problem. How long have you been in your current rental?
About a year and a half.
Nice. Can I ask how much are you paying for rent?
Yeah, I pay $2,500 a month.
Whoa, that's a lot of money to pay for your lender every month, isn't it?
So too, yeah.
Are you at all curious about the kind of home you could buy at the same payment?
I mean, I guess I am. Do you know how, but wouldn't I need a large down payment?
Yes. I mean, okay. Yes, I think you would.
Yep.
Okay, so let's schedule some time to talk more about a specific situation. Can we grab a coffee, or should a Zoom call be easier?
Oh, that sounds great. Let's grab coffee.
Oh, great. Okay. So when would you have time?
I could do Friday at noon or Saturday at 10 a.m.
Okay, great. Let's do Friday at noon.
Perfect. I love that. Hey, David, that was really good. I know you're new, so you probably haven't heard us talk about this before. What we like to do is try to option close the customer where you give them 2 options.
Okay.
Because it suggests that you're a busy agent, and then it kind of gets them into the habit of working around your schedule. And obviously you can flex on that, but normally you take control of that situation. You look at your schedule, your agenda, and say, hey, I've got time Thursday at 4, or would Saturday be better for you, or something like that. So
okay,
that was really great. Like I think most of us have had a little bit of exposure to this script before, and you haven't. So you're doing great. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
Okay, so great. We all got appointments. Ding, ding, ding. Now, what if I'd said, can we meet? And I was like, well, I actually did it with Donna, but I was like, no, I actually, no, I think I'm good, Donna. I I don't really want to look into what it would take to buy a home. So you see where it says, yes, okay, great.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one. What would you say next? So I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't care about what my rent would buy in a home.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Would you be willing to tell me a little more about what's stopping you from buying a house?
Yeah, it's actually my credit. My credit's not great. And I also think, you know, based on what I've seen in the media more recently, it seems like I'm going to need like $100,000 of down payment.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, actually, you know what? We need to get together because I've got some fantastic lenders that could put you on the right track to getting your credit resolved. And in fact, you can get into a home with very little down. So we need
You're
to meet.
kidding.
No, not at all.
I had no idea. I thought I needed like 20%.
No, you
No?
don't. No. We could
Oh my
do
gosh,
like
well,
3%.
it's crazy because I am working on my credit, but my sister, if my sister's ready, her credit's squeaky clean. She just thought thinks she needs to save for this giant down payment. So if she doesn't need to do that, Donna, can I hook you guys up for coffee?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
I'm
a lot
doing
of
that.
people, Randy, they feel that way, that they have to get that 20% down. And that's just not the case. We can get you into a home with very little down.
Gosh, well,
And in
I'm
fact,
so
there are other programs available with down payment assistance too that can help with your closing costs.
That is incredible. I'm so glad
Mhm.
you called me and brought me the good news today, Donna, because I was watching the stuff on the news where it was like, oh, you have $100,000 and then another $100, like as recently as 6 months ago. So when did all of this
No.
change?
I don't know. The news is gloom and doom. Yeah. We need to
Good.
talk.
Good job. Okay. Can you guys see how many of the people of the population do you think actually think that way?
There's a lot.
90%.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know that things have changed, right? We can't sit in open houses and expect those, you know, buyers to come in, not pre-qualified, not matched up with an agent and fall into our laps. We have to be willing. I mean, if you could use this exact same conversation in an open house, actually, and occasionally you might find a person, but like our main goal as agents, especially the ones that are starting out, is just to call our main database with this service mentality and just see if we can gently suss out, you know, where people are at, how we can be of best service to them, and make sure that we're the first people to identify that opportunity. If Donna comes in and fixes my credit, you guys, how am I going to feel about her?
Pretty confident, and man, they're gonna love you.
Oh my gosh, she is my agent for life. Equally, if David shows me that I could buy a $500,000 house for $3,000 a month that I've been flushing down the drain in rent, and I could become a homeowner, how am I going to feel about him?
Very good.
Yeah, he's gonna
Amazing.
be my realtor
Yeah.
for life. And I mean, Carl, obviously you did a great job just transitioning through that script as well. And this is the thing, like if we can get through the flow of it, there's nowhere that the client can take you where you aren't like, oh my gosh, okay. So one of the other things is if somebody throws you a curveball, like if you say to me, if you said, you know, so Carl say to me, I'm actually good. Like, I don't need any more email.
Actually, I don't really need any more email. I get so many of those.
Yeah, no, I get it. So what I really liked about Donna was she put her own flair on it. Like, you don't have to follow the script perfectly. She's like, no, I get it. And she goes into the next thing. What we want to do is we want to repeat, approve, and ask the next question. So I get too much email too. So I'm repeating what he said. I'm agreeing with him. And then I'm going to take control of the conversation back by asking the next question. So if you're like, nah, I'm good. I actually don't need any more email or any more. I don't want you to register me for that tool. Then I'm going to say, hey, no problem. Carl, would you be willing to tell me a little bit more about what's stopping you from buying a house? Now,
Yeah.
as agents, we know it's usually credit, right? Or the belief that they need a really large down payment. What else could somebody throw up to you in this situation? What else is stopping you from renting a house?
Brand new job, maybe like job history lower.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we as a group know how many months of repayments they need to have before they're mortgageable again if they've not changed industries, but they have changed jobs?
12 months?
12? 3.
Okay.
Okay. Most lenders can get it done unless you've like gone from being a doctor to a, you know, dentist. But if you're like a engineer for Boeing and you move to Rolls-Royce, which is like a parallel move in a parallel industry for a parallel salary, they only need 3 more months of repayments if you've been employed continuously in kind of the same field, right? So if you're a electrical installer and you move from Seattle City Lights to PUD and you're on roughly the same salary, It's about 3 months worth of income. Okay. So we already myth busted the belief that we need large down payments. We all know and have access to lenders that can get people qualified with low down payments. And we all know that we all probably know credit referencing people, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So Carl, were you on the call in Bellevue?
No. What call was that?
That's we did, well, you wouldn't know about Bellevue. We did the mastermind, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to role play out a little bit further what we would
Okay.
do when you say that you're going to tell me that your credit's no good.
Gotcha. All
Okay.
right.
So, Carl, would you be willing to tell me a little bit more about what's stopping you from buying a home specifically?
Yeah, well, actually, I was looking at my credit the other day, and I don't know if it's actually going to be high enough for getting a house right now.
Oh my gosh. Carl, I'm so glad that you told me that. You know, a lot of people think that they need a really shiny credit score in order to buy a house. Do you know how high your score needs to be to buy?
No, I was hearing it had to be at least 650 or so.
No, actually, you only need a 620 credit score, and some lenders can get it done for 590. Can you believe that?
Oh, man. Oh, in that case, I might be okay.
And what's even better is some of the great lenders out there, if you meet with them, they can have a look at your credit, figure out what's holding the score down. And then if you can fix it, they can actually do what they call a rapid rescore and pop your score up 40 or 50 points sometimes if they can figure out what the problem is. So let me ask you, Carl, if we could solve your credit problem, would you be open to talking to one of my lenders?
Well, yeah, at that point, I would. Of
Awesome.
course.
Okay. I'm going to introduce you to my favorite guy. His name is MK Bruce. I'm going to put you in a 3-way text message right now. And then once you guys connect, let's set up an appointment for next week. I've got time on Thursday at 3 or Friday at 10. Which would be better for you?
Well, let's do Friday at 10. Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. I can hardly wait to see what you and MK figure out.
Man, that's great. I can't wait. Get this solved for me. Thank you so much.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
So what did I do there, guys?
Offered a solution
Mhm.
to the problem.
I also protected my time.
Oh,
Right? Because if you're not like, if the buyer's not able to get a loan for a long time, I need to make a judgment call based on what my goals are for that year about how quickly I want to meet with them. I've already done a lot of the legwork by matching them up with somebody that can solve their problem. But I want you to give me the example, Carl. I want you to say I'm actually in credit repair right now. Okay.
yeah. All right.
So I'm so glad that you told me that about your credit, and I'm sorry to hear that. Now, if I was to match you up with a lender that could help with your credit rating, would that be something that's of interest to you?
Well, no, I'm in credit repair right now, so I don't know if that would help me too much.
Oh, awesome. Now, is that a one-time fee or do you pay for that monthly?
Yeah, it's like a monthly subscription until I get it up to where it
Okay.
needs to be.
Can I tell you what worries me about that?
Yeah, what's that?
Well, when you're paying somebody monthly to increase your credit score, how motivated are they to get that done in a quick?
Yeah, I see where you're coming. I mean, if they want to keep that check coming, probably
Yeah.
gonna take a little longer.
And some of those guys are really ethical and they do good work, but some of them are honestly there to collect your paycheck. So let's do this. Why don't I get you connected with one of my lenders who has a really good track record for repairing credit? And that way we can just get a snapshot of where you are and where you need to be and make sure those guys that you're paying are actually doing their best work. Fair enough?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So Carl,
fair
I'm going
enough.
to put you in a 3-way text, blah, 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 with my favorite lender. Okay.
All right.
Any other questions about that one?
Is that what most of them do? Is the monthly payment? Just trying to drag you along for like a
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, and honestly,
Yeah.
lazy. So what should happen though, like I don't want to say a lazy lender, but like a busy lender will give them to a trusted credit repair company. And I think that's okay. If the credit repair company has been vetted by a lender, obviously the lender must have a good expectation that they're going to be able to repair credit because the lender hopes to get a deal out of it. But if you're just Johnny wannabe homeowner, right? And you Google around credit repair, you can fall into the trap of a lot of unethical credit repair companies that'll collect money from you for 12 or 24 months. And they aren't actually doing anything to repair your credit. I mean, every once in a while you might stumble on somebody who legitimately is doing the work, but I mean what I say. The great lenders out there can like if your credit is in the 400s, I probably can't help you, in which case, Carl, I love you and respect you, but I'm probably not going to take you for coffee next month. But if your credit rating is like at 550, 590, and I match you up with a great lender, they typically are. And if you've got a little bit of money, they're going to be like, oh, it's this crappy car loan and it's this, and this. It's the balance on, he doesn't realize that he's only got a credit card for $4,000 and he's consistently bringing the limit up to $3,000 a month. So even though he pays it off, the credit bureaus don't like the fact that you're exceeding 40% of your credit usage. So that's actually holding your score down. So a trained eye can see that problem, give you good advice. You can go, oh, I'm actually going to borrow $2,000 from my mom because she wants me to get out of her basement. Pay that credit, right? Pay that credit card down. And then the lender's going to rapid rescore it for you. And then suddenly you've got a pre-approval. And not only do you have a pre-approval, but you have a raving fan in a buyer.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That can help me right now. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll call MK Bruce. Is that it? He's pretty good, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you probably know your rock stars in your market.
Yeah.
But make sure that you know your rock stars too, because like I have a different lender that I would send buyers on. So like buyers that are medical doctors or tech people, they have a lot of debt typically from their education, but they have great income. So if you just give them to like some generic lender, they're not going to qualify for the kind of house that they want to buy. So you gotta have a couple people up your sleeve. You gotta have your jumbo lender. You gotta have your VA lender. You gotta have your credit repair guy. Your like deal saver. Kind of things.
Oh yeah.
David, which market are you in?
Washington.
Okay, and are you in Seattle or Snohomish County or?
Snohomish. Sorry.
Okay. Do you have those lenders up your sleeve?
I do have lenders. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. So if you need any, let me know. But those lenders are definitely our superpowers. Okay. So is there any other reasons that we can, I want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable using this script. So I want to make sure that we talk about all of the curveballs. So what other reasons could people tell us about why they're, not ready to buy homes?
It's not a good time for them right now.
Yep.
Maybe they want to wait.
A lot of people will be, and what I want to kind of bring home for you is a lot of people will actually be quite vulnerable with you. Like they will say things like telling me about your credit is quite vulnerable. So we want to oh my gosh, I'm so glad you told me that, Carl. I want to help you. Right. What you might come up against too is someone like, my husband and I we're not good. Like I'm not buying a house because we're not good. Like, I don't know if we're going to be a couple in 6 months. People will tell you that. And you need to be prepared to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me know if there's anything I can do. And then you just transition out of that. Like say, hey, I would still love to meet you for coffee. If there's something I can help with your personal situation, let me know. In the meantime, something happened. In the meantime, just take care of yourself. Okay. And if it gets awkward, just be appropriate and end the conversation. You don't have to come here like trying to get everything out of the conversation. We got to be human. We can't be robotic. Okay. So this is the other awkward part. So Donna did a great job. She said, hey, I actually have a real estate agent. I would probably use the real estate agent that sold me my house. And so now we're on number 4, guys. So I'm going to say to her, so Donna, when either you or someone in your network is looking to buy or sell a home, do you have a trusted agent that you would turn to or refer?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I'm really glad that you have a real estate resource that you can trust, but would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Thank you. She's of course going to say yes, you guys. Nobody ever says no when you say
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
And so I've got her high agreement now. It's like, pardon, Donna, what did you, oh, you will? Okay. If anything changes in that relationship, would you let me know?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Donna, my business is based on referrals from great friends and clients like you. So if you can think of anyone that could use my services, would you let me know right away?
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And I'm going to have this email coming out to you with your property value really soon. I look forward to seeing you at the next PTA meeting.
Sounds good.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.
So what did I just learn?
That I have somebody I would use.
How awkward do you guys feel like that you would feel if somebody said that?
Yeah, so it gets awkward real quick.
Yeah. So let's practice it. Let's lean into the awkward. Okay. So I'm gonna so Carl, can you start at number 4 and say, hey, Randy?
Okay. Hey, Randy. So when either you or someone in your network is looking to buy or sell a home, do you have a real trusted real estate agent that you would turn to or refer?
You know, I actually do. I don't like this guy. He's a total card, but my husband's best friend is an agent. So I just know I wouldn't win that battle.
Okay. Hey, I'm really glad you have a real estate resource you can trust. Would you do me a favor, Randy?
Of course, Carl.
Well, if anything changes in that relationship, would you let me know?
Yeah. And to be honest with you, if any of my girlfriends were selling or buying, I'd refer you, but I just know I'm not going to win that battle.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, I really appreciate that. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Randy, my business is based on referrals from great clients, friends, people like you. So if you could think of anyone who could use my services, would you let me know right away?
I absolutely will. You know that we're CrossFit mates for life, Carl. So I got your back, buddy.
Oh, man. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your help and look forward to being a resource for you now and in the future. And look out for that email that I'm going to send you for all the market reports and updates in your
Thank you.
area.
All right. We'll see you at the gym.
All right. I'll see you at the gym.
Bye for
Stay
now.
strong. Talk to you soon.
Good stuff. All right,
All
David,
right.
are you feeling brave?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go with number 4.
So Randy, when either you or someone else in your network is looking to buy or sell, do you have a trusted real estate agent that you will turn to?
No, I actually do. My sister just got her real estate license. And so I know she's not half the agent that you are, David, but I feel like I'd have to use her.
Oh, hey, I'm really glad you have a real estate agent that you can trust. Would you do me a favor? If anything changes in the relationship, would you let me know?
Of course I would, David. Of course I would. You know, I respect you a lot and we've been friends for a long time. So
Thank you so much. Randy, my business is based on a referral for great clients, just like you, right? So if you have anybody that you know, would you give me a call?
absolutely. Like I said, I mean, she's my sister and she's brand new, but if I had, you know, like one of my medical doctors at work was looking to relocate, I would absolutely put your name. In fact,
Okay,
could you send me a few more of your business cards in the mail?
Yes, I'll do that.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Okay. Thanks, David. We'll see you at your next event.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Any questions you guys have? I want you to be super honest, like from the gut. Do you feel, besides the awkwardness of getting to know it, is there anything else that gives you pause about these phrases? Because if they do, then I'm going to help you personalize them so that it feels comfortable. Is there anything that feels awkward?
Not really to me.
Not really.
Cool. How do
That
you
is
feel about
very
it, David?
fresh.
Would you call your database with this script or does it feel uncomfortable? You can be honest.
Yeah, I would use it once I get comfortable with it.
Okay. So let's do it again because this is the best possible outcome. Let's say that you said, I actually don't have anyone. So I'm going to go, okay. So David, when either you or someone in your network is looking to buy or sell a home, do you have a trusted agent that you would refer?
No, I don't have one.
You don't?
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, David, I would like to be that resource for you or for anyone that you know that is looking for a professional agent who offers great service. So on that note, who can you think of that is experiencing a life change that might cause them to move?
At this time, I don't have anybody.
Really?
But
Nobody?
I'll let you know if I.
Nobody that's getting married, got a new job, is experiencing is expecting a new baby or is planning to downsize?
Sorry, no.
Oh, that's okay. Well, hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to think about it. You know, David, my business is based on referrals from great friends and clients like you. So if you can think of anyone who could use my services, would you let me know right away?
Yes, I'll do that.
I really appreciate that. Okay. And I'm going to see you at your next event. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye for now. That's a good outcome, right? So again, you guys can decide how forward you want to be. Like as you know, I'm direct, right? So if they're going to like squirm a little bit about giving you their contacts. But even if in that moment I say to him, really, David, You can't think of anybody who's got a new job, is expecting a baby, is thinking, you can bet your bottom dollar he can think of somebody. He's just not quite, and they might tell you, but he might just not be ready to give you that information on the fly. However, when he sees that colleague at work and he's like, oh, congratulations on your new job. I know you guys are headed, further south. I have a great agent that you might be interested in talking to. And what you'll find is even if you don't get something in the appointment, every one of these calls that you make, you're getting much closer to getting that call like 2 or 3 weeks later. Does that make sense?
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so I'm going to ask Carl. So Carl, when anyone, no, actually you're going to ask me, wait. What are you doing? I want you to be.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to say, okay. Yeah. So you start with number 4.
Okay. 4. Yep. All right. So Randy, when either you or someone in your network is looking to buy or sell a home, do you have a trusted agent that you would turn to or refer?
I actually don't.
You don't? Well, great. I'd love to be that resource for you or anyone who you know that is looking for a professional agent who offers great service. On that note, can you think of anyone that is experiencing a life-changing event that might cause them to move?
Everything happens for a reason. I feel like maybe your call came in at a key time today because my girlfriend just messaged me this morning and said her and her husband are going their separate ways. So I know that they're going to probably be looking to sell. I don't know how soon. But she would definitely be looking to me for my advice on the agent. So I'd be happy to put your name forward.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much. I'm sorry to hear that about them, but how would I best get in touch with them?
Ooh, that's a great question. Let me just chat with her first. And then if she's okay with it, I'll put you guys into a 3-way text. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
And hey, Carl,
Sounds
if
good.
I forget, you can message me again. All right.
Okay. Well, Randy, I could do you one better. If you go ahead and give me her contact information and then I'll have it. So you go ahead and reach out to her and let her know I'll be calling. And that way we can get in touch from there.
Yeah.
How's
You know
that
what?
sound?
Let's take good care of her. I appreciate that. She'll be happy to know that she's got somebody like you in her court.
Okay. Well, very good. I thank you so much. And if you can think of anybody else who's selling or buying here in the future, let me know.
You'll be my first call, Carl.
All right. Great.
All
I
right.
appreciate your help. Look forward to being a resource for you now and in the future.
Okay. Great job,
Thank
you guys. Okay, so we're closing in on time. I think everybody did a really good job. I really appreciate you all for, first of all, showing up and doing the work. If you've got questions about how this works later on, I want you to get in touch with me, but I'm going to pair us off now into role play partners so that we can go through this with a different person and a different personality style as often as you guys are able to show up and do that. So I'm going to have you put your availability in the chat for the next 7 days. And then I'm going to match you up on a daily and set your text message up so that you know how to contact each other if you have to cancel or reschedule. But what I hope this exercise has really driven home for you is obviously I'm one very colorful personality, but this script works with every personality. And you're going to be able to, once you know it, you're going to be able to put your own little flair in there and you're going to be able to take care of your clients in the way that only you know how to do that. So when Donna said it a couple of times, it became inherent for her and her style came through. Carl, you worked on it. Your style comes through and now you're able to be really smooth and effective on the phone, just like we talked about. And David, you did a really great job as well. This is a brand new script to you. You had no kind of preamble. You had no idea what you were expecting when you jumped on the call today and you showed up and gave it your best. So hats off to you. So yeah, I will get you guys matched up for role play partners, but I really encourage you. This is a simple one. It's a low rejection one. And if you can become comfortable with it and all the permeations of it, then I really think you can find the gold that is in your database. And of course, the gold is your commission, or let's do an average commission in Snohomish County is 10,000. I don't know what it is for you, Carl. But if there's 200 people in your database, there's 20 people in there that are ready to transact. And at $10,000 per commission, that's $200,000. So are you now more motivated to make those 200 calls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know it.
All right. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to hang out for a bit if there's any other questions, but I celebrate each and every one of you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for practicing. Thank you for doing the hard work, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And then I'll get you guys matched up for some role play partners here in a bit.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Amanda, are you still there? Okay, so Rachel's gone from Wednesday onwards. And I'm going to put myself in as well to role play it.
I might be able to creatively do something depending on,
England's 7 hours ahead right now, right?
yeah. So depending on other people's schedule, I might be able to do something creatively at the beginning or the end of the day.
Cool. David's wide open. He's ready to rock. I love it. Thank you,
I'm
David.
ready to hit it when we get back.
Right. Monday.
David, you did fabulous, my friend. David's my new person that just came from Keller Williams, and he's really showing up and doing the work.
I knew
Thank you,
someone
Rachel.
paid for it. Yeah.
Nice.
That's so awesome. Amanda, was that you? Are you back? No. Not available Thursday. Okay,
Yeah, I've got a
Carl-
doctor appointment.
okay, but otherwise you're wide open.
Wide open. Yep. Mhm.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is get a regular role play so that like, I don't know if this time works for everybody at 10 a.m. or so we could do like an 8, 10, or like we always do lunch. A lot of times it's a lunch and role play. So does anybody not available for an 8 a.m. slot?
Just at 8 a.m. they do the breakfast club, but I'd be happy to do this and do
They
the practice
they do
before getting on the
after-
phone.
They do after breakfast club, right?
Yeah, it's the after breakfast
Yeah,
club
at 8. Mhm.
at 8.
But I'd be okay doing this because, or maybe we could do 9. I mean, I'd be okay. I
After
think
breakfast
Amanda's
club?
got something.
An hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to jump. I think it'd be great to jump off of breakfast club onto this role play and then into the last half an hour of after breakfast club. That's just my opinion. And then if anybody who's actually dialing expireds, I think that the can spam law right now is that we can't get on the phone and call strangers until 9 a.m. anyway.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I thought it was.
Yeah. It's 8 a.m. here in my market.
Is it 8 a.m.?
I didn't even know there was a time.
Well, I just heard it
Yeah.
from insurance. Yeah. Oh no, there's a time.
There's a time.
really?
Yep.
I think it's
Yeah.
8 to 8.
It used to be 7 a.m. here.
You know, I did enough
I
cold
didn't
calling
know.
that I did enough cold calling that I accidentally called somebody like through skip tracing through Mojo. And my brokerage got a call because I had contacted the daughter of somebody that was really high up level in Microsoft that had a security detail.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble.
It was, and they were people that could definitely sue you. And it was like outside of the hour. That's how I learned about the hours.
Oh,
I begged for forgiveness and I was given a slap on the wrist. But yeah, that's why a lot of the big coaches and stuff have disassociated themselves with dialers, because dialers are technically illegal.
mm,
And because agents don't adhere to the hours that are the can spam hours.
Mhm.
interesting. Okay, well then I guess 8 to 8:30 could work, maybe.
I think let's try it this week. And then if we need to adjust. And so I'm going to pair you guys up on a day-to-day. And then if you need to if your role play partner can't make it, it's on you guys to reschedule.
And
that.
Randy,
Mhm.
Donna and I script practice at 10, 2 days a week right now
Okay.
on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, Donna, we
Yeah.
might want to just
Yeah, we
switch
might have to move
to
that.
once. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just so we can just do one rather than 10 of them.
yeah.
And then what I would say to you too, so like Tanya Behrens is not on this call, but if you guys, I want to teach a whole system, right? Like I want this to cumulatively build on itself so that you have all
Yeah.
the tools in your toolbox in the right order. Equally, if you're up against a situation and you're like, man, I really wish I knew what to say in the situation, I almost guarantee you I have a script for it. So just hit me up between the lines, and provided I'm not totally swamped with something, I'll call and I'll call her, I give it to you or whatever. Like Tanya called me and she's like, hey, in her way, she's like, hey, what do you do when the seller's house is like dated as crap, and how do you deliver that message? And so I was like, okay, well, again, I will teach that eventually in the full seller system. And I was like, well, how are you doing your listing presentation and how are you doing your pricing conversation? Because that's all should have been solved. But equally, if you need something between the lines like that, hit me up and I'll do my best to help you.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
guys.
Amanda said she'd text you her schedule.
Super. That sounds good. And I'm probably going to put us all into like a WhatsApp or a messenger or something so that it's easier to
That'd be
communicate.
great.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I
Okay.
appreciate you all.
Perfect.
Happy
Thank-
Valentine's Day.
You too.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
All right. Bye.